Hi everybody, this is Carla with Cobweb Corner and welcome to another special edition of my FlossTube channel. This channel I talk about cross stitch, things going on in the cross stitch world, and my personal stitching in my online cross stitch shop. Sorry. In this video, this is a shorter video where I'm previewing some of the new releases from the certain designers that are going to be released during the Needlework 2021 Expo on March 6th through March 8th, this coming weekend. Sorry. If you are watching this video before 8 a.m. March 6th, you can pre-order any design you like. And the instructions for that are down below. Basically, you send an email to me with the words Expo Preview in the subject and let me know what it is you want to order. But look below for more details. If you're watching this after March 6th, then you can check our shop and see if we carry the items that you're interested in our inventory. And if not, you can contact us via email or the contact button and see if we can get the chart that you want in. The designers that I'm going to preview today are Satsuma Street, Bendy Stitchy, Jeanette Douglas, and TwinPeaks Primitives. I'm going to start with Satsuma Street. She just has one new release. She said in her email to the shop owners that she decided at the last minute to get in on the expo. I am carrying Satsuma Street designs in my shop now. I just started just a couple weeks ago. I don't have every single one of her designs, but I am putting an order in. So if you go to our site and search by designer and you don't see the design you want by Jody Rice, then you can contact us and I'll try to include that with my pre-order or have it in our shop in the future. I'm going to be looking down below so I can see the images and describe them to you. The release that she's putting out, let me get moved over so I can show the image up here. The release that she's putting out this weekend, March 6th, is called Oology. And let me read what she wrote about it. She said, "This set of 4 beautiful bird eggs is the perfect project for the start of spring. Each egg is 3 inches by 4 inches and can be finished as ornaments, pin cushions, or framed. Pattern includes all 4 egg and finishing instructions to make as shown. The model is stitched on 28 count raw natural casual linen with DMC floss. Each egg stitch count is 45 wide by 67 high. And the retail price on that will be $13. So that is Oology by Satsuma Street. And her designs are so unique and so colorful. These would be a lot of fun to see stitched up. The next one I'm going to do is Bendy Stitchy. Bendy Stitchy also has a video. The designer is Michelle Garrett, and if you search YouTube for Bendy Stitchy, you'll find her FlossTube channel. She has an excellent video where she highlights her designs and talks in a lot more detail about her inspiration for them and what went behind designing them, but I'll show them also here. The first design by Michelle is called Dear Dear Sampler, and it's D-E-A-R and then D-E-E-R. And I watched her video and she said that this was inspired by an actual antique sampler that she had. What she says in her email to the shop owners is, "When I saw the fun and funky alphabet on this antique sampler, I could not buy it fast enough. Add in those adorable deer and the darling flowers and I was over the moon. The original is stitched on 11 count burlap like fabric. This one is on 40 count linen. It's just so dainty and pretty. The fabric is 40 count light mocha Newcastle from Zweigert. And the stitch size is 138 wide by 90 high, and it's stitched with about 7 or 8 colors of DMC. So that's Dear Dear Heart, D-E-A-R, D-E-E-R. Next one is called Spring Witches. Okay, so this is a It's got the, oh, what do you call those? Fly trap from the plant from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And it's got a witch sitting on the plant and then a witch over in front, and the bright, bright green colors. And this one's going to retail for $8. Spring Witches is the second offering in this year-long series that started with Winter Witches, featured in the Black Needle Society's Nice List Winter Advent Box. Follow these two fabulous witches through the seasons as they celebrate in style. The suggested fabric is 16-count Sea Spray Ada from Witchelt. The stitch count is 89 wide by 71 high. It's stitched with, maybe 6 colors of DMC and some DMC Etoile and some color and cotton. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors of color and cotton. So that is Spring Witches by Bendy Stitchy. And the next one by Bendy Stitchy is called Berry Bird. I really like this one. The retail price on this one will be $8. This is the second in my bird series. Snowbird was released last year. The bare branch with the berries reminds me of summertime in Oregon, and I love the colors in this purple finch. The suggested fabric is 32-count pale orange Belfast from Zweigart, and the stitch count is 68 wide by 52 high, and it's stitched with about 10 colors of DMC floss. So that is Berry Bird by Bendy Stitchy. The next one is called January Basket, and the retail price on this is $5. This design is based on a motif from a larger sampler that I'm working on reproducing. This cute little pillow contains cross stitch over 2, cross stitch over 1, and Smyrna crosses. The large sampler is almost 75% specialty stitches. The fabric that she used is 28-count Zweigart natural linen. The stitch count is 52 wide by 43 high, and it's stitched with 4 colors of DMC floss. So that one is January Basket by Bendy Stitchy. The next one by Bendy Stitchy is, and the last one is Thistle the Highland Coo, part of the Moo the Merrier. She says, about a year ago, a few young designers came up with a wild idea. What if a whole lot of designers made a new design around one theme? What if a lot of us used the same sulky thread pack? We young designers took it to our larger designer group, and Moo the Merrier was born. Thistle is my contribution to the herd. She's wearing the traditional Scottish flower tartan, and she uses all 12 colors in the sulky thread pack. The fabric is 18-count Tombstone Ada from Color and Cotton, and the stitch count is 60 by 60. Now, I have not gotten any information for the sulky thread packs from the Moo the Merrier collaboration, so I'll have to check and see about that. So that is Thistle the Highland Coo, and Highland is Heilan. Okay, that's it for Bendy Stitchy. So now I'm going to go on to Jeanette Douglas. The first design by Jeanette Douglas is Home is Where Your Heart Is. And the design count on this is 83 by 83. And if stitched on 46 count fabric, it'll be 3.5 by 3.5 inches. The model was stitched on 46 count Weeks Dye Works parchment, and it was stitched with hand dyed cottons. She doesn't say what brand. Sewed Together was such a fun series, and I love seeing all the different ways it could be done or finished. Being home this past year has been a blessing in disguise for me. I had been traveling so much that I have enjoyed the prolonged time at home. Thus, Home Together was inspired. There will be 6 in the series. 2 in May, 2 in August, and 2 in September. So this is the first in the Home Together series, and it's called Home is Where Your Heart Is. Okay, the next one, it's the second in the Home Together series, and it's called Home is the Place to Be. And it's also 83 by 83, and it was also stitched on 46 count parchment by Weeks Dye Works with hand dyed cottons. I really like the next one. It's called Let's Do What We Love and Do It a Lot. So this has got a few sampler motifs. It's got a house, and then it has some spools of thread, a threaded needle, and a tomato pin cushion. It is, what she has to say is, this little charmer came to me stitching this past year. I was thankful to be doing something I loved, and I laughed when I thought to myself, I'm doing it a lot. And thus this fun pattern was born. Finish into a tray for stitching use, or whatever you love, whatever way you love to finish. The stitch count on this is 91 by 104, and if stitched on 40 count fabric, it'll be 4.5 inches by 5.2 inches. Her model was stitched on 40 count Dusty Rose by Seraphim Fabrics by Lori. It can be stitched on any count or neutral colored fabric. That is Let's Do What We Love and Do It a Lot. All right, the next one is called the Flower Tray Set. Okay, this sweet set includes the instructions for stitching as well as finishing. A flower themed stitch set introducing you to a few specialty stitches with excellent diagrams and instructions to execute. Enjoy your very own flower tray to hold your needles, drum, and scissor fob. So it's got the drum shown at the top of the photo, and a tree, and then a tray. I'm sorry, in the center, and then a little tiny scissor fob down below. The design counts for the tray are when finished on 36 count fabric. The tray will be 4 inches by 4 inches. The drum will be 8 by 2, and the fob will be 1 by 1.75. And you use 2 pieces for the fob. Design counts for the tray 71 by 71, for the drum 144 by 37, and for the fob 19 by 28, and you stitch it twice. And it was stitched with 36 count, picture this, plus sand fabric cut to 13.5 by 16 inches, silk stitched with silk floss. And there is an embellishment pack available for this. So if you want to pre-order this and you want the embellishment pack, you need to let me know that in your email to me. Okay, the next one is Blooming Hearts, Blooming Bouquets, number 6, Hopeful. And if you haven't seen the other 5 charts in this series, they are absolutely stunning. And they use a variety of specialty flosses, and she provides an embellishment pack for them. The embellishment packs are a little bit expensive, but they just give you what you need, so you don't have to buy full skeins of everything. And you're sure that everything you need is going to be included if you purchase the optional embellishment pack. But this one is number 6, and it's called Hopeful. This has become a series as my brain didn't stop at thankful. As you can see, this has become a series of mindful words ending in FUL. Done in silks, it has a DMC conversion and a thread pack of silks if you like. Oh, here's the other ones. There's in order of release, thankful, cheerful, and then I can't read what the next one said. My printer cut it off. Bountiful and hopeful. The design count, this one was stitched on 40 count fawn by Picture This Plus, and if stitched on that size fabric, it is 6 by 7.5 inches, and the design count is 126 by 154. There is an embellishment pack available. Let's see, I think she also gave me, yeah, she did give me the retail prices here. And I'll go back and tell you what those are. So the retail price for the bouquet number 5, Hopeful, is $15, and the retail price for the embellishment pack is $70. So if you want both the chart and the embellishment pack, be sure to tell me that in your preview, in your pre-order email to me. And again, the instructions are down below. The retail prices on the other ones, Home Together number 2, Home is the Place to Be, is $10. Home Together #1, Home is Where Your Heart is also $10. Let's Do What We Love and Do It a Lot is $10. And then the flower tray set is $20, and the embellishment pack for the flower tray set is $70. So that's the designs by Jeanette Douglas. Now I'm going to go on to TwinPeaks Primitives. The first one by TwinPeaks Primitives is called Star Spangled Santa and You, and it's got the Santa dressed kind of like Uncle Sam with a basket of toys on his back and the patriotic flags, and then the lamb with the wheels down below. The fabric that this was stitched on was 14 count Aida khaki, sorry, I don't know where khaki came from, and it's 87 by 119 stitches. The pattern has 11 different colors with DMC, Weeks Dye Works, and Gentle Art sampler threads. This, one skein of each color is required. I'm trying to see, I do not have retail prices on those. So that one is Star Spangled Santa and You. And You is spelled E-W-E. The next one is Peacock Sampler. This one is really beautiful. It's got this large pink house. It's got kind of an elaborate alphabet across the top, and then really beautiful peacocks in kind of deep blues instead of the more turquoisey blue or blue-green that you see in a lot of the peacocks, and it's got the really bright flowers. It says, this home is a place of safety and joy and a place to rest and create. This one was stitched on 14 count Oatmeal Rustico Aida. The stitch count is 339 wide by 286 high. The model was stitched on the model. I don't understand that. So she says fabric, Aida 14 count Oatmeal Rustico, but the model was stitched on 25 count Zweigart Lugana. All DMC floss is used for the model. There are 22 colors in the pattern, and the pattern will provide skein information. And again, I don't have a retail price, but this is really beautiful. If you haven't checked out TwinPeaks Primitives, some of their sampler designs are just really beautiful, and then they also have some kind of quirky designs that are a lot of fun. Okay, the next one is called Shepherds of the Veer 1790, and Veer is V-E-E-R-E. Says, the rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And she didn't have a stitched model of this yet, so we just have the pattern keeper image. So it's got the shepherd with the sheep and a windmill in the background, and also looks like some goats. And it says, the rod and thy staff, they comfort me, and then there's the alphabet underneath. This one, the model was stitched with DMC floss, 14 count Aida Country Cream. The stitch count is 157 wide by 159. The template includes 15 different DMC flosses, and one skein is required for each color. So that is Shepherd of Veer 1790 by TwinPeaks Primitives. Okay. The next one is called Strawberry Hill, and I really like this one too. I love the bright strawberries and the two little birds, and then there's a butterfly or moth on each side, and it's got the alphabet in the center. And this one was the stitch count is 177 wide by 151 high, and the model was stitched on 28 count Brittany Lugana 2/2. There are 14 different DMC flosses in the pattern, and one skein is required for each color. And that is Strawberry Hill by TwinPeaks Primitives. The next one is Sweet Summer. And this one, I like this one. It's got the rooster in a wagon full of sunflowers, and then the large barn and farm in the background. The fabric was 14 count Ada Rustico, and the stitch count is 102 wide by 87 high. And there are 15 colors of DMC thread, and there's one skein of each one is needed if you stitch 2 over 2. So that is Sweet Summer by TwinPeaks Primitives. The next one is B for Bees. And so it's got the letter B for BEES. The stitch count for this one is 83 wide by 110 high. And it was stitched on 14 count Oatmeal Rustico. And it just says DMC threads were used. So that is B for Bees. The next one is called Daisy, and this must be their contribution to the Moo the Merrier collaboration. It's got the cow with a bell and a whole bunch of chickens all around and on her back. It's really cute. The stitch count is 86 wide by 59 wide. The fabric was 14 count Dirty Ada, and it uses 7 different colors of DMC. That is Daisy. Daisy the cow. The next one is Easter Preparation. And this one has a bunny rabbit painting the Easter eggs with little mice bringing more unpainted eggs. So you have 2 mice bringing unpainted eggs and 1 mouse carrying a decorated egg away. So that's really cute. And then the banner says Easter. So the stitch count is 136 wide by 60 high. And it was stitched on 14 count gray Ada with 7 different colors of DMC floss. That's Easter Preparation. The next one is Easter Morning in the Countryside, and I actually really like this one. It's got a chicken coop, it's got 2 birds on the branch above, and then it has a 2-story chicken coop with a rooster walking down the plank of the coop. And then it's got a little dog sitting there, and it looks like some kind of quail or something in front of the rooster, and then a bag of chicken eggs and an alphabet along the bottom. And the very top, I don't know if you can see it, has the word Easter. So this is called Easter Morning in the Countryside. It was stitched on 14 count Dirty Ada. It's 154 wide by 203 high. And there are 20 different colors of DMC floss used. And the last one is Christmas Over the Southern Hemisphere. And this is so cute. So this one, you know, in United States, it's, especially in Iowa, it's usually snowy and very cold at Christmas time. But in the Southern Hemisphere, it would be summer. And this one shows Santa with kangaroos instead of reindeer. And he's on a surfboard. So I think it's a surfboard anyway. It looks like it is. And it says ho, ho, ho. So this one is 175 stitches wide by 88 high. It uses 13 colors of DMC floss, and it was stitched on 14 count Ada Oatmeal Rustico by Zweigert. And that's it for TwinPeaks Primitives. So I hope you saw something you like there. Again, check down below if you want instructions on pre-order or if you want a link to our shop. And I really thank you for watching, and have a great, happy, stitchy day. Bye-bye.